Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation 4 to the power of x squared over 2 to the power of x is equal to 8. So, the only variable I'm solving for, and the only variable that's in this equation is x. Now for my solution, I first start by writing my equation down here. So I have 4 to the power of x squared over 2 to the power of x is equal to 8. And what I'm first going to do is start by rewriting 4 here as 2 squared. So I have 2 squared to the power of x squared over 2 to the power of x is equal to 8. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So 2 to the power of 2 to the power of x squared is going to equal 2 to the power of 2 times x squared. Now I have this over 2 to the power of x is equal to 8. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So 2 to the power of 2x squared over 2 to the power of x, that's going to equal 2 to the power of 2x squared minus x, and this is equal to 8. Now 8, I'm going to rewrite this as 2 to the power of 3. So now another property of exponents is that if I have something in form a to the power of m is equal to a to the power of n, this means that m is equal to n. In other words, if the bases of two expressions are the same, that means the exponents are equal to each other as well. So now I have 2 to the power of x squared minus x is equal to 3. And if I subtract 3 on both sides, I get 2x squared minus x minus 3 is equal to 0. So now to solve this, I'm going to use the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So in this case, a is 2, b is negative 1, and c is negative 3. So I get x is equal to negative of negative 1 plus or minus the square root of negative 1 squared minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is negative 3. And I have this all over 2a, so 2 times 2. So now this is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 plus 24 over 4, which is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 25 over 4, which is equal to 1 plus or minus 5 over 4. So now this gives me two solutions. I get x equals 1 plus 5 over 4, and x equals 1 minus 5 over 4. So for x equals 1 plus 5 over 4, I get x equals 3 over 2. And for x equals 1 minus 5 over 4, I get x equals negative 4 over 4, which is negative 1. So now, going back here, I have 4 to the power of x squared over 2 to the power of x equals 8. So I'm going to check these two solutions. So I'm going to first start with negative 1. So if I plug in x for negative 1, I get 4 to the power of negative 1 squared over 2 to the power of negative 1 is equal to 8. So 4 to the power of negative 1 squared is the same thing as 4 to the power of 1 because negative 1 squared is just positive 1. And 2 to the power of negative 1 is 1 over 2. So this turns into 4 times 2 is equal to 8, and 8 is equal to 8. Now I'm going to check x equals 3 over 2. So I have 4 to the power of 3 over 2 squared over 2 to the power of 3 over 2 is equal to 8. So 3 over 2 squared is 9 over 4, so I have 4 to the power of 9 over 4 over 2 to the power of 3 over 2 is equal to 8. So now to solve this, 4 to the power of 9 over 4 is the same thing as 4 to the power of 9 to the 4th root. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this as 2 squared to the power of 9 over 4 over 2 to the power of 3 over 2. So now, let me rewrite this over here. Two times 9 over 4 is 18 over 4, so I get 2 to the power of 18 over 4 over 2 to the power of 3 over 2 is equal to 8. So now I get 2 to the power of 18 over 4 minus 3 over 2 is equal to 8. 18 over 4 minus 3 over 2 is equal to 3. So I get 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8, and 8 is equal to 8. So this is right. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the problem 10 to the power of 20 over 20 to the power of 10. So I want to find the value of this. So for my solution, what I'm first going to do is rewrite this as 10 to the power of 10 to the power of 20 equals over 20 to the power of 10. And I'm going to rewrite this as 10 to the power of 10 plus 10 over 20 to the power of 10. So I rewrote 20, my exponent here, as 10 plus 10. Now, the reason I did that is so I can use the property a to the power of m plus n is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So this is an important property of exponents, and I'm going to use this on 10 to the power of 10 plus 10. So now 10 to the power of 10 plus 10, that's going to turn into, we can think of both 10 as both m and n, so this turns into 10 to the power of 10 times 10 to the power of 10 all over 20 to the power of 10. Now, this can be written as 10 to the power of 10 times 10 to the power of 10 over 20 to the power of 10. All I did was I just grouped 10 to the power of 10 over 20 to the power of 10, because this way I can use the property a to the power of m over b to the power of m is equal to a over b to the power of m. So in this case, this turns into 10 to the power of 10 times 10 over 20 to the power of 10, which is equal to 10 to the power of 10 times 1/2 to the power of 10. And finally, if I have something in the form a to the power of m times b to the power of m, this is equal to a times b to the power of m. So this is going to turn into 10 times 1/2 to the power of 10, which is equal to 5 to the power of 10. So if you liked the video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and also share this with any friends or family. Thank you.